Good evening. Thursday. It's Thursday. I have my food because I was at the gym. And now I'm not at the gym. But I needed food. You know, that these things happen. Can't always handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Look at this Thursday evening. Wouldn't you know? Take 2 of the randomizer. Got 29 games to pick from tonight. Let's have a look at them. Shall we? Oh, I didn't take a good enough screenshot. Sorry. All right. Let's have a look. Once I can figure this shit out. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay. We got from last week, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Axiom Verge, No More Heroes, Momodora 3, Pseudoregalia, A Hat in Time, Dragon Quest IX, Paranormal Sight, The Mysteries of Hanjo, Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Outer Wilds, Pikmin, Shin Megami Tensei, Digital Devil Saga. Excuse me. Sea of Stars. I just finished. No one is waiting for me. We are fine. I gotta like croon it, you know? I just gotta like take it a bit slower in life. Anyway, Sea of Stars, Hollow Knight, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Pokemon Colosseum, A Boy and His Blob, Klonoa 2, Lunatea's Veil, Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box, Grandia HD, Xenoblade Chronicles, Kirby Superstar Ultra, Ape Escape, a new one added to the list, Ape Escape, for the PlayStation. Oh my god, please play Pikmin for the Nintendo GameCube. Well, Travis, we also have we have Persona 3 FES, we have Wadanohara in the Great Blue Sea, we have Panzer Dragoon Saga, we have Jumpin' Flash, and then we have Final Fantasy IV. These are 29 games that I can play right now. Now, Travis, you mentioned, oh my god, please play Pikmin for the Nintendo GameCube. If you look at the channel points, congratulations, there is a new channel point reward where for 20,000 points, that's a 2 and 4 zeros, you can throw another instance of this game into the RNG. You can give it weight. So let's say you want to see me play Pikmin. If you redeem 20,000 channel points, Pikmin now has 2 entries as 12 and 30. And Travis has redeemed it for Pikmin. So we will include Pikmin as number 30. So if we roll a 30 or a 12, we will play Pikmin. This will stay insofar as it is the game itself is still in play. And Shane, thank you so much for resubbing 23 months on a 23-month streak. This is the most voltage way to spin a wheel I've ever seen. Look, I mean, I work with what I know. You know what I mean? And sometimes working with what you know is all you can do. So let me show you how that works. So now, so long as Pikmin is still in play, instead of this list, the one that we see here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to remove the other one. Nope, that's embarrassing. Instead of that, we're now working with... I will put this into a spreadsheet for next week, I think is going to be the easiest way to do it. Now... 40118-2. Now, our list is this. Takio shit, King. How are you, Shane? I hope you're well. All right, so that's what we got. 1 to 30. I'll leave if anyone else wants to throw in those, they can. But otherwise, hanging in there. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. I'm gonna chew off the mic. No one likes it when you chew on mic, I will say. Okay. All right. So, with that in mind, let's roll. Gonna lurk while I'm making dinner? Hell yeah, I appreciate it. What are you making? It'll be good. All right. 3, 2, 1, roll. Answer is 5. We're playing Pseudoregalia. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is the 3D platformer on Steam. It is a game with a lot of really cool movement. So let's get that set up because I've never played it, and I'm kind of interested in this. Son of a! Don't worry, Travis. It's okay. We will keep that as we go. Pikmin will eventually win. First time Pseudoregalia. All right. So we'll update that, and I think I have it on Steam. So we're doing that there. Oh, is it roulette time? You just missed it, Sigma. In the future, I'll let it run longer. We need to see those little guys go. Woo! Okay, so we're going to go into the library, and I have it installed. I installed all the games I could possibly play on stream. Pseudoregalia came out last year, I think is what it was. So it's new and exciting. And it's like a 3D platformer with like N64 vibes. What's on the roulette wheel anyway? Oh, I don't want it in full screen though. Hold on. Give me a sec. How do I do the thing where I don't want it in full screen? How do I boot it in not full screen? Alt F4. Let's see. Okay. How do I boot properties? I'm so silly. Okay, Chrome is my friend. How to boot in windowed mode Steam. Pseudoregalia old platform, very Castlevania 64 vibes. Yes. Launch the game, open the in-game settings. That's not, some games don't have that. Alt enter, that's it. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. And when I click off, you won't be able to hear it, and that's great. Okay. Let's do this. We'll add a window capture here. Pseudoregalia. And then we'll do that. Good. And then just a little bit more like that. And bam. Pseudoregalia. This is not overlaid properly. Is it? No, it's not. My bad. Let's do this here. Let's figure this shit out. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Castlevania 64 vibes, excuse me. Got some sick movement to it, from what I understand. So, let's see what this is. So we got the game and all this biz. It's pretty good. I'm gonna move my Discord or OBS docking over here so I can read chat in my peripheral vision as I play. Okay, let's get this set up here. I think I need like GIFs in my be right back, you know what I mean? Something to keep people entertained. You know? It would be bad if I didn't have that. Okay, so we have video game stuff. Give Sybil pants. What do they mean by this? What do they mean by that? I want to know, because that is very silly and strange. All right, windowed mode, borderless frame rate, 60, anti-aliasing, V-scale. Cool, so that owns audio, master volume. Okay, Let's do this. File select. Let's just kick it off right away. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, so this is supposed to have very 64-bit ass thing. Okay. Maybe I should have given her pants. Hold on. Got it. Okay. Attire. Basic vest game. Options. I thought I started this in windowed mode game. Not in this full screen mode. Let's not have that be full screen. There we go. We'll roll with that. That's better. Give Sybil pants. We are gonna give Sybil pants. If I can move my cursor. Okay. Sybil now has pants. Sybil, if this is Sybil, it doesn't look like she has pants. Whatever. Not worrying about it. Hey, Saudi. Coolest white man of the century. What is up? Spirits. Pseudoregalia. It's the game we're playing tonight. Never played it. Figuring it out. I can jump. I can do cool flips. I can, experiment with my play, which is always exciting. Love it when they do that. Okay, I have a fully controllable camera. And that's all I got right now. But seems neat. Okay, and my jump is very floaty. And I can grab onto ledges. Okay. I understand the basic movement. Okay, okay. What crouches? L button crouches, L trigger crouches. That locks on to something probably. That's my start and stop. Alright, let's just dive right in. How's that sound? Oh, if I move my mouse at all, it's copies with the camera. Okay. I just have to make sure I'm on the right Discord server. Okay. Now we'll figure it out. Baller. Yes, like this is it's supposed to be pretty good. I've heard it's at GDQ, which like I'll have thoughts and talks about that later. But yeah, I haven't looked at any of it beyond like basic gameplay, which like seemed interesting to me. I'm sure I'll get an attack that can break that wall. But yeah, it's supposed to look like an old school platformer. And it definitely feels like one. Definitely feels floaty. But at the same time, I can definitely tell almost immediately how snappy, like, the jump feels. I got a Dream Breaker. Press X button. Attack freely while moving to vanquish foes. Okay. To use it, hold the B button. Okay. Ah, and see, they block me in. Okay. Neat. Got it. And did I take damage there? I may have. Hard to say for certain. Oh, I'm back out here. Okay, cool. I like how the space returns to itself, you know? Okay, so what they want me to do is that. And jump over here. Okay. Okay, I see. Cool. So this makes a lot of sense, and I'm digging it. I'm digging the movement to start off, at the very least. The basic movement is pretty tolerable, especially for, like, a 3D platformer. Admittedly, like, I didn't really grow up playing games like this, like these 3D platformers where, you know, you have sort of that free control of the camera and you do a bunch of stuff, you know? Okay, that's a save. I didn't really grow up playing any of these games, so this is a new-ish experience to me, and I'm sure that there's plenty of, like, influence that older games like this might have that I'll probably just miss. But, like, I'm okay with that for now. Definitely seems like a cool game, at the very least. And I saw in a couple videos that were, like, saying, this game's a really good game, and if you like novel games, you will like this game. And so, here I am, playing it. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah, and Sigma again. Sorry I didn't, like, hold the roulette out for longer. I was kind of itching to play. I think what I'll do going forward is make it, like, at a specific time. Like, if I start stream at 8, at 8:15, I roll the wheel, so to speak, you know? I think that seems fair, don't you? Because, like, I want this to be a somewhat interactive experience. What I'll do for the future with the weight a game is that I will put this list into a spreadsheet so that way you can see at all times what the games on tap are, so to speak. Because I feel like, you know, they are all games that, like, I have decided I would like to play. I'm not gonna be like, oh, suggest me games to play on stream. Like, you can do that, but I don't have to listen to you, obviously. Like, what I play on stream is whatever I goddamn feel like. Gosh darn feel like. Oh, and that, do I slide under that? I bet I can eventually. Wait, what was that? Oh. Oh. Now wait, just a second. You're telling me I can backflip? Hold on, let me try this. Let me try this out. So you can chain that back. Interesting. And then that's going to send me to this thing. Okay. So again, it's going to do the thing where it gives me a power-up and then immediately teaches me how to use the power-up before I can leave. Press the left trigger on the ground to slide. Okay. Can I jump? Oh, wait. Okay. You see that? Watch this, watch this. Okay, so my slide speed, it's not so fast, but if I slide off an edge, wait, let me try it again. If I were to, say, slide off an edge, my momentum keeps going. Yeah. I see it. I see the vision. I can see what they were thinking with this movement. Okay, let me think about this. Probably a slide, if I had to guess. Yeah. Okay, cool. Easy enough. Okay, so now that we've got the slide, that has circled around. Do we have a map? I don't think we have a map. That's okay. Slide probably goes under here. I had to guess. Yes, it does. Cool. Yeah, so I'll make it a spreadsheet, and that way you all will be able to see it, and if I update it, you'll know. Because I think that's one thing that I really value, is like, some of the games, maybe one night, I'm not feeling a certain game, you know? Like tonight, for example, I had certain ones I would have been happier with than others, I think. And I think that's part of, like, the magic of the roulette, is that I can choose which games I want to play, but I'm not, like, conscribed to one particular one, you know? Like, if I really don't want to play a game, I'll say so. Speak. Getting past strong eyes? Were there other people I didn't speak with? Oops. Oh well. So, like, you know, I mean, when you play games, you should play the games you want to play, right? Like, that's kind of why we play games in the first place. And so I want to make sure that, like, I'm having fun with my stream. And I'll do a good job at adhering to rules that I set for myself. But, like, I do own the power of veto. I did win the veto comp, so I do get the power to say, you know, I don't really want to play this game. Okay, this looks like a boss. Ah, yes, there is L targeting. Or R targeting, Z targeting. Oh, I died. Okay. Sounds like a solid approach. Dilapidated dungeon. Yeah. Okay. So I think, you know, obviously can't just, like, mash. Gotta be, like, intelligent with our play here. Ah, you can do a lock-on backflip. I think. I'm not confident. I'll figure it out. Oh, and you can lose your sword. That is interesting. That is an interesting mechanic. Oh, did I throw the sword? That's different. Because if I threw the sword, yes, I did throw the sword instead of lose the sword. Stretch and drink water. Oh my god, we've only been going for 29 minutes. At most, 26. I can't even read. Drink water, though. Okay. Let's try this again. Rag! I fell off. I do like the vibe. This does have, like, really N64 vibes, which, like, I do dig quite a bit. I'm looking forward to, like, games that like to take some risks with their presentation and don't need to look like a modern AAA game and also don't need to look like a pixel indie game. I think that's one thing that, like, I'm kind of tired of is the pixel game. Okay, so I can dodge at the very least. This guy's got a sword that's a little too big for him, if you know what I mean. Okay. I love seeing the range of stylization. Oh, you can play in first person. Not that I like it, but cool. You know? I'm not gonna play in first person. I like the third person more, but I think, yeah, now that I'm, like, learning, you just can't, like, mash. Like, you gotta be smart with how you move. Like, I'm gonna be real, I have not played Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, so I am a bit of a faker in that regard. And I mean, that's fine. You don't have to play every goddamn game that comes your way, but, like, you know. I will not be as good as this as you might be, and that's okay. As long as you can acknowledge that, we're gonna have a fine time. Okay. This is just like Dark Souls, OMG. Wow, I lasted, like, no time in that. This is not like Dark Souls, I promise you. It's just that I'm not great at little dance games. These are dancing games, honestly. These are games where you dance with the foe. You dance and you move and you twirl. I mean, I can only assume that, like, that's the midway point of the boss when he howls. Brother. But yeah, losing your sword is definitely the scary thing. Alright. Not as much as dying, of course. Look, listen, if I played Dark Souls on stream, I would probably, like, suck so bad. I'm not... There's a reason I'm a big fan of RPGs, and I'm a big fan of, like, simple platformers. Making my, like, stick shift control vibes, not great at them. Not great at them. That's not to say I'm not capable of things, I'm just not great at certain ways of playing. Like, games that require me to use, like, both of my hands in a meaningful way, I'm just not very good at. I can get better at them. But I presently, I'm not the greatest. But I'm figuring it out. Fuck. I'm gonna be laying down, might be unresponsive at times, possibly falling asleep. Yeah, you do you. This will be pretty, comfy. Like, sleep material. You can... This is Pseudoregalia streams to sleep to. Probably. Yeah, regardless though, you got this. I appreciate it. Okay. I just need to be able to read the boss better. I think Travis would have a really fun time with this one, and he'd be like, brother, what are you doing? Oh, that's so cool when you can, like, slide and dodge. Alright, I have lost my sword. And I got hit by the rocks. Who gets hit by the rocks? Alright. Here we go. Let's do this. This is what I say to myself when I'm struggling. I say, let's go, here we go, let's do this. Which is a facade for actual anger. I'm not quite sure what that meter means. I'm just sort of vibing with it. Never back down, never what? What do you mean? What do you mean, never back down, never what? Alright, there we go again. I think I would just... Let me make sure I know what I'm doing here. Oh, it'll build up magical power and then you can heal with it. Let me make sure I read this again. Hang on. Sybil will automatically hit whoever's closest. They'll lock on with that. Your weapon can be dropped or thrown with tab. If you ever lose it, you can recall it. Save point by holding down the heal button. Oh, so healing is that white meter. I see. It's a good audio. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, so if I fill up this white meter, I can eventually heal myself. Okay, I think I get it. Let me try this, actually. Ah, it's Hollow Knight healing. I get it. I was gonna say, because this is like a little wacko. Okay, so I get how this works, right? Like, you get in close for a few attacks, you leave, you go heal, you come back, you get 4 more attacks, and then you go for it. Alright. God damn, that sent me all the way across the gosh darn field. What does your pathing do around the corner, huh? Okay, so you just slide through the corner. Okay. Got it. Hey, I still need to finish playing this game. Hey, Ethereum, how are you? This is what the roulette rolled for us, so you get to watch me do excellently at a 3D action game, which, by my own admission, I'm not very skilled at these kinds of games. And that's fine with me. Thanks for tuning in. I saw that they were playing this at GDQ, and I was like, oh, I should probably play this really soon. If it doesn't get picked for the randomizer, I definitely want to play it still. Because, like, I've seen a lot of good things about this game. This boss was annoying for me. I mean, yeah, I'm still learning the controls as well, and I feel that, you know, it's gonna take a little bit. I think it's gonna take just a little bit. I think this is I hesitate to call it a filter point, but I definitely feel like you gotta get through the first boss before you can take on the second boss. I heard about this game from a Nitro Rad video. A Nitro Rad video. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. I have not thought very much about Nitro Rad in a while. I do remember he's like obsessed with Yume Nikki, and he's like one of the few niche mainstream YouTube video makers who would like say anything about Yume Nikki, which is like, you know, as a Yume Nikki enjoyer, I like that. I like Yume Nikki 70 out of 100 at least, so that's pretty good. It's a solid 7 out of 10 in my book on the great experience, but you can only play it for so long kind of vibes. That's kind of where I'm at with Yume Nikki, in case anyone cares about my opinion on Yume Nikki. I played it on stream. Yeah, I think I just want to get in close and then run off. Oh, if I slide into him, I think I do damage too, even. I'm sure that I'm gonna get more health as I go, too. Alright, that's fine. Sheesh. If I can get one more hit, that's gonna more or less fill my meter. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go heal again. Oh, you shit bag. Should have waited. I was a fool. That is helpful if you lock on, and then you can see exactly when they're moving. Okay. I need to get out of there, though. That is absolutely why they give you these columns in this room in the first place, is to, like, learn how to heal. This was fight when I need your sword to heal. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I didn't put two and two together that, like, when they said, oh, you can heal, like, you know, I was like, what do you mean heal? You don't need to heal in any video games. Yay, I did it, I think. Nice. Nice work. Would be cool if they had given a little bit more indication on how much HP that dude has, or, like, that. I also think the meter that your magic fills up should grow upwards as opposed to downwards. Just my take. Just my singular opinion here. But yeah, Nitro Red, I remember, like, he's Canadian, right? I just remember him saying, like, sorry. And I was like, I think he's Canadian. I think the way he says Toronto is a giveaway. Those wacky Canadians. Can't trust him. Yeah, I think he's a Canadian. Makes sense. Those Canadians, what with their avant-garde films that make you watch TV forever. Those wacky Canadians. The Quebecois in particular. I think this is where I need to go. This is a new spot. Nope, I've been here. Alright. I kind of dig this, though. It's a 3D maze game, you know? It's pretty neat. Right, this locked door was over here. Oh, yeah? Nice. Alright, so let's see what we got. Yeah, what do you have to say about this? Did he have good things to say, bad things to say? I can only imagine if he's making a video on it, he probably likes it, you know? Why make a video on a game you don't like? Unless you don't like it so much. Castle Sansa. This has such the feel of an N64 game. It's absurd, like the overblown textures. And the big boxy areas. And these eyes on the textures. I'm gonna lick it, it's full of minerals. You had a lot of good things about this game. I haven't seen this video in a while. Gotcha. I bet money that you're gonna get a wall jump. I would bet actual money. This is one of those games where I want to, like, just keep moving. I don't like standing still. Indignation. Higher power gives you more increased combat. Power really level 2, your range of attack increases, level damage increases. The rest is spent upon spending a heal. Oh, interesting. Oh. Okay, so you can either trade off attack power, or you can heal. Which means that, like, when you get into situations where maybe attacking is more important, but you're low on health, it's like, well, do you try to beat it before you finish the fight? Or do you do something else, you know? Like, do you think you can last? That's an interesting balance. That's an interesting choice. I'm just going wherever I feel. I'm sure there is a better way to go, but I'm following this path, and that's that. If I get lost, I get lost. I wish there were a mini-map. I'm sure there is one. Oh my gosh, look at all these wacky, zany characters. Wacky and zany and characters all the same. Alright. So yeah, there is a positive to attacking foes as well. What? Oh. That's cool. Let's play with this. I like that. That's fun. I, a gamer, find that fun. But the handmaiden has run out for a special ingredient. I guess the princess doesn't really want anyone else's tea. Okay. So we got this space. I like this bubble mechanic. I want to use it more. And I have a feeling I'm going to. I like that it throws you forward with significant momentum, too. That's fun. I don't know if there is a minimap, but I haven't gotten one yet. All right. That is going to be a severe detriment to my ability to play. I really, really rely on minimaps in 3D spaces sometimes when it comes to games. Okay, I can't make that. I'm gonna try one more time, having said I can't make that, because maybe I'm a fool. You're not that far in? Okay. And besides, perhaps there's another way to go. Alright, one more time. Okay, I could make that jump. It's a good thing I tried one more time. Like, that's the thing. I would hate to say, like, oh, I can't do it, and then, like, spend a 20-minute period, like, flailing about, being like, oh, you can't make it, oh, you can't make it, and then you actually can. That, to me, is really embarrassing when people do that, and, like, I mean, it's the natural progression of gaming, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like, oh, I feel like such a fool. Little room-based puzzle. I don't know what that was. Oh. Alright. I love this. I love these wacky enemies. These enemies are so great. I assume I can climb that. Okay, I gotta figure out how to jump off of this without this stupid flipping enemy. Okay, so I jump off the rope similar to Mario 64 style. That's cool. Thank you. And I did have to do that anyway, so that works out nicely. I do like 3D platformers, for what it's worth. I'm just, like, not very well versed in them. Like, I wouldn't say I played any 3D platformers as a kid, but I definitely only played Super Mario 64 and Mario... Like, and N64 3D platformers, it was Super Mario 64, maybe. Like, that's it. Nothing beyond that. There's a randomizer for this game on the PC version? Well, lucky me, I'm playing the PC version. Makes sense. I mean, like, it feels like it very much could be a 3D, like... If this is what 3D Castlevania is like, I'm honestly not opposed to trying 3D Castlevanias. Sans a key. QC... What? Okay. Oh, look, it's a rage room. The way that... Just one color. Just kidding, it's multiple colors. And I can't make that jump, so I must jump down in here. Yeah. I'm just sort of going around, you know? Like, I feel like I'm a child again, where, you know, I'm doing my best in 2024, if it's a new game, to not try and find a walkthrough. There's nothing wrong with using walkthroughs, but, like, I'd love to, see what I can do with that one, you know? I think there's, some merit in doing that, especially in games like today, where some of them can get very complicated. And, like, I'm honestly a fan of really nice and simple games. A good, well-made, simple game is infinitely better to me than an overcomplicated game. Because, like, when I game, my brain kind of turns off. You know? Surely I can't be the only one who experiences this. Like, I'm gonna jump there. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm not sure how I was supposed to get back from that ledge without just jumping to my doom, but... whatever, we won't explore it. What I want to know is why there's this black-purple miasma in a castle. I want to know what the heck that's doing there. I like the moveset. It feels very... It feels good with the moves that you have. That's good. I feel good about it so far. Like, you know, for playing 40 minutes of it. Not even. It feels pretty good. I could definitely see how this would not feel good to some people. Or like how it's... Excuse me. How it has developed upon things that feel less good in older days. For sure. Alright, so I have to go to the other side of this room. Ultimately, I think my upbringing with 3D action platformers is very limited. Especially like older, dare I say, jankier ones. Oh, you can stand atop the top of the poles. Very cool. And you have to do that in order to progress. Oh my god. Okay. Sometimes that happens where you just jump and completely miss the pole. Oh no. I don't even know where I'm jumping. I should probably figure that out first. I should probably look before I jump. I appreciate the MIDI soundtrack a lot. It's very evocative of the oh my god, the 90s. Can I jump and grab the pole? Thank you. Okay, I don't know where I'm jumping. Oh, I'm jumping in the line. Okay, back here. Can't go this way. Fine. I've already died like 15 times, so I don't care. Except that I just can't even jump and grab a pole. This is so good. Pinnacle Gamer. Over here. What with my inability to grab a pole. Grab a vertical position in Cartesian space. To be fair, it's still got 2 dimensions to it, so it's like tricky. Do I have to go refill the stairs? I do have to rebuild the stairs. Why don't I do that? And then I'll dodge the finger. I won't dodge the finger. I should have dodged it more, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Okay, so now we've raised that one. And then we have to do it on the other side, where we go and figure out how these poles are working. How do these poles even work? I never realized that was a finger. Yeah, it's a hand pointed heavensward. I do feel cool when I jump and immediately dodge, except I don't know where I'm jumping on this second pole. Oh, I'm jumping to the third pole. Okay. Alright, we got a little bit of health. Okay, let's use our health meaningfully here. That is definitely what we are supposed to do. Okay. Here we go. Once more with feeling. Once more with feeling. At least it's easy enough to get back to where I was. Oh my god. That's fine. We're back at full. We got everything. Cool. Okay, let's do this one first. And then we'll get this guy, and it'll be good. Chat, how's your almost Friday? Are you excited? I like my Fridays these days. I'm working, like, half day, and I work a little bit longer on Thursdays, and, like, generally during the week. Just a little bit longer hours so I can justify doing a half day. So, like, I'll do, like... Today, I had a little bit of a different schedule, only because I had a doctor's appointment, because I have a skin condition. I have a skin condition I've had since I was a child. It's called eczema. And recently, my body has decided that 25 is the evolutionary stage for me going from my middle stage to my adult stage, where I develop psoriasis in addition to eczema. Which is just grand, let me tell you. Like, there's nothing quite like realizing, oh, I am now developing the later in life condition that my early in life condition has. It's quite an experience knowing that, like, my body knows it's getting older. It's not even just that my mind does, but my body is also saying, yes, your brain is in fact correct. You are, in fact, no longer a child, I'm sorry to say. Which is ultimately, like, not a huge issue. It's good to grow old. In fact, I welcome it, because, you know, you can't stay young forever, and if you do stay young forever, you're a freak. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge fan of developing psoriasis on my fingers, because if they get, like, little fissures in them, in the skin from all the cracking, that's not fun. It hurts. At least it's not arthritic, at least it's not arthritis or, like, arthritic psoriasis, though. Like, that would absolutely stink. But, like, I noticed that my nails were pitting back in the summer, and I don't know about the rest of you, but nail pitting is not, like, a common thing. Nail pitting is, like, when you get little creases, bumps, and ridges on your fingernails. And typically that only happens in people who have psoriasis, for example, or some much more alarming skin condition. And so I was like, that's not good. This does not seem very good. I don't know what to do about this. So I just let it sit, which is, like, in theory, an alright idea. In practice, not a great one, because then it just gets worse. And luckily, I knew that because I had eczema as a kid, I knew how to treat that, so I tried using my eczema treatments on this new skin condition, and wouldn't you know, it works out great. So, in that regard, I think I'm a little lucky that I know what to do. They took away all my furniture. Damn. Explains a lot. So, ultimately, things are okay, and I will be okay, and I'm lucky to say that my insurance covered everything, but, like, you know, it was just a couple months of just general discomfort and annoyance, and it's like, well, maybe I should go see a doctor. As often we choose not to go to doctors, I thought to myself, maybe it's time to go see a doctor, because honestly, this is only going to get worse before it gets better, and I have insurance. I don't know what I'm waiting for here. And so I did. I got it. Hey, I'm Trebuchet. How are you? How are you doing? Are you looking forward to, like, watching me play a video game? I'm a doctor. I'll see you now. I went to the doctor for psoriasis today, and they recommended betamethasone. And on parts of my body where the skin is thinner, they said mometasone will work. I bet this is a boss. Thought so. So yeah, this is my discussion of my skin condition. I hope it was interesting to you. Frankly, like, you know, I'm 25. My prefrontal cortex has developed as far as it will. It's all downhill from here. So let's acknowledge where we are in life, accept it, laugh, smile, grow up, and be an adult. Let's embrace adulthood. That's where I'm at. I don't know what that disease is. Despite having a PhD in chemistry, I don't know what methazone is. Beta-methazone. But if you're having skin problems, I recommend duct tape where it's too thin and sandpaper if it's too thick. Good idea. I like that thinking. Sunsetter. Press LT while in air to plunge downwards, which can then change into a high jump. Okay. Ah. That is neat. Can I chain this? No. Okay. And it's not dependent on where you are. Mario Odyssey moment. Yeah, momento de Mario Odyssey. Yeah, they've really thought about movement in this game, and it shows. Because you also get that momentum boost when you do the bounce, too. Which, to me, owns, you know. I love doing that. What the fuck? Nope, okay, can't touch that, and it's a dead end anyway. That's fine. And I can't go this way? Okay. Then I shan't. I shall have to back with my sick new power. And still can't do anything in this room. Okay. Never mind. Let's go this way. Back the way we came for real. Complete with pole hopping. The game is going to ask me, do you remember a spot you can go? And I'm going to tell it, no, I don't. I'm sorry. And then it's going to say, that's okay. We'll remember it, so you don't have to. Never mind. Okay, I definitely cannot make that jump still. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time just because I just said that. I bet if I time it just right on the perfect square in this checkerboard floor square thing, I could definitely do it. So watch this. If I do it like... Yeah, see, you can totally do it if you just like position yourself just right. And you pace yourself, you know? You do it like this. Dan, you cut the chain. Oh, what? You can cut the chain. Oh. Maybe I like doing the big cool jump. Huh? What then, huh? Hey, what are these other ones you do fat guys think there, huh? There's a video I really enjoy. Oh, this is back where I started. Can I get up there? No, not quite. Yeah, there's a video I really enjoy called the political, oh, what is it called? It's like the political stances of every Smash Bros. Character by Art House Politics. It's really funny. I really enjoy it. And basically what they do is they go through like a bunch of political stereotypes with all these Smash Bros. Characters that don't really make sense, but like, you know, they're like Bowser is MAGA, or Captain Falcon is a fratty Republican kind of thing. Like, they're just like dumb things like that, you know, like that have absolutely no basis to them beyond vibes. And like, I don't know about the rest of you, but like, I live for that kind of shit sometimes. I think that's really funny. And the one for Mario is like, oh, who do these... Bowser's MAGA vibes? Yeah. Art House Politics, the political affiliations of every Smash Bros. Character. It's a great video. Would highly recommend it. They are just very funny. Nice. Honestly, this is probably where I wanted to keep exploring anyway, so... I want to see what's over here, just in case I missed anything. I don't think I did. I think this was the point of going to Sansa Keep. But I'm gonna do it anyway, and if I fuck up, then that's fine. Okay, so I can't go this way. Okay, so yeah, it is time to go back to either the room where I kept dying, or back down to Sansa Castle. And I'm gonna go back to that other spot real fast, just to see what my options are. Because, I almost guarantee that, you know, there's probably something I can do. I didn't realize that you could, like, break chains on this, so this is probably, like, in my Metroid gamer brain, that's what I was clinging to yet, and so if I can break those chains, then, like, I suppose that's fine. Okay, so there is nothing else for me in here. So, okay, I have everything I want in here. Alright, time to stretch. Thanks, babe. And drink water. Ooh. Oh, I think I have a rotator cuff slash shoulder blade knot. I don't want it to catch, though. That would be bad. That'd be the opposite of good. But yeah, Art House Politics. Political affiliations of Smash Bros. Characters. It's like like Dark Samus' Tough on Crime kind of thing. Or like, I think it's like Bowser Jr. tells AOC to go on Chapo. You know, like, shit like that, you know? Just dirtbag leftist bullshit. It's kind of funny. Not saying, like, every dirtbag leftist thing is funny. Some of it is, but not all of it. That's all I'll say. It's definitely, like, a very mixed bag in terms of what I find entertaining. Maybe you find it entertaining. Who knows? Go on Chapo. Did I just take damage from hitting a wall? Surely I didn't just... Oh, you're totally gonna get like a wall jump cling thing. Ooh, I might be able to make that. Nope. Ah, it was worth it an attempt. I'd rather have done it than not, you know? I love that they figured out how to do the angled block placement. The parameters, if you will. The global parameters that allow you to angle your platforms in a thing. But you also got the ledge grab. Yeah, that's true. The ledge grab. What What's in this room? Have I been here? I don't think I've been here. Can't jump that high. Oh, I know where I am, though. Ah, here we go. This game rocks because, like, it's a playground. This is a playground. This is that shit you, like, think about when you play on playgrounds. This is a virtual playground. Oh, this is great. This is great. Like, I remember I loved playgrounds so dearly. I was like, when I grew up, I wanted to be a person who designed playgrounds, you know? We would go to the state fair every year, the Minnesota State Fair, and there was a booth there at the state fair that was owned by Rainbow, which is like a playground design and manufacturing company based, I think, in South Dakota, I want to say. It's either South Dakota or Iowa. And every year I'd get their catalog and I'd look through it, and my, you know, aging childhood self would think like, wow, this is really cool and neat, and I wanna make my own. So I'd like draw my own playgrounds and stuff, or like backyard play facilities, because we never had one when I was a kid because our backyard was just like a little too small. These are playgrounds that are definitely designed for like people who have homes in gated and walled off communities that are named like Arbor Lane or Spring Tree Drive, you know, like suburban communities that are far too blocked off from the rest of society. Like 45 minutes from downtown, who are afraid of the city. When I was a kid, I drew my own car wash designs. I was a bizarre kid. That owns. That's cool. Car wash designs. I dig it. I actually think that's really charming. I bet I can use that to get back up. So yeah, I would go and do that, and I'd draw them all, and I'd do my own designos and stuff, and had a good time with it. You know, as a kid, I drew a lot of like video game levels. So I think like, had I had 3D action platformers as a kid, or more of them at least, I would be like obsessed with this game. Because this kind of game feels very targeted towards a certain vibe of gaming, you know? Like, it's clear that there were inspirations that were put into this game. And I think that that's probably the most important thing. It does maintain a lot of those, like, I don't know if I'd call them flaws necessarily, but like, you know, the fact that something moves and I don't see what has moved is, in my opinion, like, a little frustrating. But that's the point, is that that's what games like this were before. So, like, I get it. It's got texture. Wow, that is a really forgiving timing. I like that, too. Okay. Sorry, I gotta see a DM here real fast. Alright, apologies. I am back. A friend is playing 999, and they just got one of the endings. So, that's very exciting. Alright, so odds are we're probably going to be able to do something with that miasma here in a little bit. I'm not sure what it is, but I see the little flecks. This fucking tuba ass. Those tubanoids and their tuberinos and their whatevers. The setting is neat. Okay. That is going to be something I can get eventually, and not yet. If I had to guess. I'd love if someone put Mario from Mario 64 in this game with Mario's moveset. I bet it would be dope. I think that would be really cool. Because, like, I see a bunch of polygonal-shaped rooms, you know? And my instinct, therefore, is I want to wall jump, you know? Like, my thoughts are basically, if I can not make the gap, I'd love to be able to jump off a wall. Oh, hello. Gain an aspect of clear mind, collect all 3 to hold more magical power. Okay, so heart piece. Okay. Did it say 3 more? Big pants. Nice. Not a problem. It's a very lo-fi game, but I kind of dig it. That is definitely the point, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, look at this. I'm surprised. Why didn't they make the graphics better? Why didn't they make the graphics better in this game? Come on, game designers. What were you thinking? It's 2024. It was 2023. Oh, I know where I am. Interesting. Okay. Not gonna do anything with this. Not gonna fall back down there. Did I... I've already been here. Wait, this game is recent? I thought you pulled this out of the old PlayStation. This game came out last year. Oh, wait. They might be trying to fool me. I should look into this. Nope. Okay. Not sure what that is or was, but whatever. They definitely nailed the aesthetic. Yeah, they sure did. Yeah, because the way I... Wait, can I... No, I definitely... Okay, not gonna do that. I'm sure I will get some way to handle it later. But yeah, no, this game is recent. This game came out last year. I think early last year, so maybe it's a year old now, but like... Not by much. They definitely captured the vibes of, like, games that came out in 1997. Which, like, I'm totally down. I'd love to play games that came out, like, when... Oh, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. I'd love to play more games that, like, came out around my time, when I also came out, if you will. Empty Bailey. I should look and see if anyone's ported Mario into the game. That'd be really cool to see. I imagine it wouldn't be that hard. The main hard part, I imagine, would be, like, getting the physics working exactly the way you would expect them to feel. Oh, you came out? Congratulations. Yeah, out of the womb in 1998. Yeah, everyone, I have an important announcement to make. I was born. I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my wife. I miss my wife tales. So I've got a message for Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog, you've got a small dick. It's like the size of this walnut, except way smaller. I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna piss on the moon! 1998, you sir, too young. Grad students must be born before 1975, no exceptions. Yeah, I'm fucking only 25. Yeah, 1998 was 25 years ago. Super Mario 64 is a quarter of the century already. This is great music. If there's like lib 64DL, which could be used for other games, that would be the same. Yeah, it'd be good. Ah, quit reminding me. I'm sorry that my existence offends you. I love that MIDI piano zwing. That right there goes hard. Can you slide up the ledges? You totally can. This sounds like Bomberman 64. Solar Wind. Jump while sliding. Oh, yeah. Yes! Oh, fuck yes, dude. That is fun. Oh, I can see I can just immediately chain this all together. Yeah, you can absolutely chain this for some crazy movement. Yeah, okay, now the question is, where do we use this? Because there's probably a lot of places, but you probably... Okay, I was wrong. I was gonna say, you probably need the whole space to do it, but it doesn't look like it. So it's good. Do you remember where you were on 9/11? I know I was in preschool. I remember going inside, and nothing changed dramatically as far as I'm aware, but I do remember, like, something to the effect of, Mom came early and picked me up, and we went home. Yes, I do remember that. Sliding off would give me some speed and I could bunny hop. I did find that out. I did notice that, yeah. Oh no. Fuck. Oh, so if I do them at the same time even, I just go fast like that. Like that. That's way better. Yes. Okay, I understand. This, and then I go over here. Yes! Oh! Ooh, that feels so good. Honestly, like, I'm down for platformers that don't have boss fights. Like, give me a game where, like, the whole challenge is just to navigate, you know? That, to me, is just as valid. There doesn't need to be combat in every single game, and in fact, I think a lot of games would be better without combat. I think there are plenty of games that, like, if you didn't have to fight something, it would be better than if you do have to fight something. That's what I loved about Alpine Skyline and Hat of Time. I have not played Hat in Time. The boss was just more platforming. Nice. See, like, there are definitely plenty of games. Oh, no. Missed that jump again. Okay, maybe there's... I do feel like that's the way to go, so I'll try it again. Hat in Time is great. What about chase sequence bosses? They're good. Like, here's the thing. Combat. What I mean by is combat, you know? Like, I'm okay. If the boss is, like, demonstrate your ability to do good platforming, then yeah, that's a boss fight. I think, like... Okay, let's just need to be a little more in control. It's when games are, like, shoehorning in a combat aspect because they feel like they need to. Like, oh, if gamers can't swing their swords at things, then, like, what's the point? No, it's like, there's some games where if you really make the combat, like, as an afterthought to the movement, why not just have it be movement the whole time? Hat in Time has been accurately, I will note, described as cute as heck. I have heard this. I have a friend, she has streamed this game, that game before, and has described it as such. She has often told me, you should give it a try, and I say, I might. Which is code for, I might, but I got other games I want to play first. I am glad that there is not fall damage. At least so far. Yeah, look at how fast you can go. Okay. Moment of truth, here we go. There we go. Score 1 for the good guys, right? A Hat in Time is on the VVV. It is. And again, for those of you who are just tuning in, I'm going to make that into like a Google Sheets spreadsheet so that you can see when it is. And we have a new channel point donation incentive where if you donate 20,000 points, you can add another entry of a game already on the list on there indefinitely. Meaning that Travis has used it, for example, and Travis added a +1 to Pikmin. So now Pikmin holds value number 12 and value number 30. VVV is the abbreviation of Voltage Variety Vault. It's where basically, like, I use an RNG to decide what I'm going to play. Pseudoregalia won that this time, which is why we're playing it now. And the idea is that every time before stream, what I'm going to do on Thursdays is I'll randomize, or I'll just have it generate a number between 1 and whatever many games I have on the list. And that list I will make into a Google Sheets right now, because right now it's just in my Discord server. Just starting off small and developing it as I go. And the idea is that I really want to just, like, try... There's a lot of games I want to play, and a lot of games I'd be, like, cool to try on stream. Problem is, like, how do you justify doing those? How do you start a game, you know? So I've amassed a game list of, like, a ton of games I would just be totally down with playing. At, like, any time, I just need to start playing them. And so it'll be a couple games like that. So in terms of that, I've got a couple JRPGs yet. I've got a couple games on my Steam that I've wanted to play for a while. Got some visual novels. Games that I would like to play at some point. Some of them are new to me, some of them are not. This is one of those newer ones. What remains of Edith Finch on the list? I do not. And for what it's worth, the list right now is at my discretion, so it's like, you know, if I want to add something, I could definitely do it, but I'm not going to take requests from the audience unless they're, like, games I know I want to play. It's sort of like, you know, I want to give things a try, but I also want to maintain that this is the games that I want to play. And if you like games, that's great. I'm happy for you, and I'm definitely down to try them. But that said, I want to focus on me. You know? Like, I feel like that shouldn't be too hard of a acceptance, if that makes sense. It is IMO, the best example of a tragedy in video game format. It's not your thing, no pressure. And that's the other thing, too. I want to make sure that, like, the games that I'm streaming are things that are, like, I feel would be interesting to watch. It's one of the reasons why I stopped doing Pokemon Conquest on stream. And, like, I was just concerned in general that, like, it wasn't very interesting to watch and I wasn't having fun with it. Is A Hat in Time on the VVV? A Hat in Time is on the VVV. It's number 6, in fact. So if we roll a 6, A Hat in Time is on there. Oh! What is the VVV? It's the Voltage Variety Vault. Alright, fair enough. And on that note... Uh-oh. Ah! Ah, he's +1 to an ape escape. All right. Ape. Apple in my throat. Ape escape. Gets a +1. Ape escape is now values 24 and 31. Yeah, Vault. I used Vault. I was just trying to figure out what to do with the V alliteration, you know? Wanted to make it work. Oh, Ham VT, thank you so much for the follow. How are you? Welcome. Hope you're well. This is my first time playing this, so I'm learning the ropes, as it were. Mario 64 energy. Yeah, it really is. It feels really fun to play. I'm back. Welcome back, the underbelly. Oh, this is great. It also squint. Yeah. What the fuck are you saying, Bubby? Yeah. Okay, so we can get back up if we want. That is good. Okay. There better not be jump scares. I would not like it if there were. Okay, let's make sure this room is in fact a circle. It is. Good. Okay, let's go this way first. Ooh. It even has, like... It's not quite jungle, but it's, like, very similar to that. I kind of dig it. Hold up. At least I'm not in charge of acronyms here. My learning package was GLOP, Genomics Learning and Optimization Platform. And somehow I managed to name another streamers community, the subscribers, likers, and other registered music... It's piano and strings and drawers. Slormpseg. Yeah. Much respect to you. I would not name my stream chat Slormpspeg. Seg. This is weird. Very strange. Yeah, this is very Mario. This ground pound jump for height is very Mario Odyssey. Which, like, I'm all for, honestly. I liked that movement. It was good, well, and it was fun, and it was all these other things. But yeah, I will make sure that that gets much more obvious with, like, what games are on there, so that you all can have an input on that, and to make sure that, like, you know, you can +1 your games. Also, I do have the, I should play more of this, you should. I do have the discretion to take a game off the list if I feel inclined to do so. It is my list. If I do so, and it has more than one entry, what'll likely be the case is it'll get taken off the list if I beat the game, or if I don't really want to play it anymore. And if it is, I will make it clear why and for what reason and all that good stuff. Because again, it is my stream. I do have a right to decide what I play and not play. But I think Pseudoregalia is pretty neat, all things considered. I'm enjoying it right now. Will I enjoy it more later? It's hard to say. Take Xenoblade off the list because it's funny. But I'm playing Xenoblade. So, like, if I get that, it would just be like, okay, I guess I'll play more of my Xenoblade playthrough. I'm on chapter 7. Look, it's a tiny suit of armor. Oh, it's alive. I got jump scared by a tiny suit of armor. They got me, game. They got me good. That wacky game, they sure did. And there are also, I should say, regarding VVV, the Variety Vault list, there are games that I've explicitly left off of that list, too, because I do want to, like, make them their own things, if that makes sense, on stream. Like, you know, I've left off Mother 3. Why? Because I'd like to play Mother 3 on stream at some point. and all the way through, beyond just like a one-off time, you know? I would like to spend time with Mother 3. Same goes for like certain Fire Emblem games. There are some notable omissions from the list that I haven't forgotten. I'm just finding and waiting for the right time to play them. And I feel like that's okay with me. Like, a la Aini. Yeah, Aini is another one. Aini is gonna happen. It's just a matter of, like, figuring out how and when. Aini will happen, though. Yeah, live dub stuff will still happen. Like, don't get me wrong. The only reason we're not doing it right now is because right now I have Octopath going on, and I don't want to ask people to do more than one thing at a time, you know? Like, they're already giving me one night of their week to, like, be on my stream. I don't want to ask a second night, you know? Oh, I know what to do. I'm gonna get in the bubble and not use my big cool jump and dash until I get to the very far end. Oh, but I gotta... Assuming I can keep it while I'm on a pole. Assuming I can jump onto the pole. I had a gamma ray question for you. Would the detectors we use be useful for gamma ray astronomy, like on a space-based telescope, or are the detectors very different? Eventually, yeah, these would be pretty good for it. One of the things that makes, I was reading a paper actually about gamma ray astronomy, and I feel one of the big things that you look for in that detector system is the ability to, like, function under extreme conditions. We sent, my group did, my research group, sent a detector in a high-altitude air balloon flight a few summers ago. Oh, I just failed to execute, but that's the thing to do. And the issue... Oh, wait, did it count me there? It counted me. Okay, cool, great. Thank you, game. Very cool. One of the issues is that when you're in a low atmosphere altitude, you not only have to deal with gamma rays, but you also have to deal with charged particles, like protons, electrons, and even like alpha particles and more, just in the air. That's why, like, airplanes have to be shielded a certain way for radiation, and why you get a greater radiation dose when you're in higher altitudes. And so, yeah, cosmic rays as well. But the thing is, you have to be not only do you have to be able to, like, withstand those environments, you also have to be able to, like, operate well in those environments. So, like, you have to be able to differentiate a gamma ray from a charged particle, and that is easily done, or okay, maybe not easily done, but it's doable because they behave in different ways when they interact with matter. So photons don't have mass. Charged particles do. And so you can sort of infer a lot about the way that the charge is generated in a semiconductor radiation detector like the ones I use by considering how they react or interact with the semiconducting material. If they, for example, are easily deflected, then perhaps it's a photon, whereas if it's a very obvious straight line, that is more of a charged particle. And that has to do with the fact that, like, these charged particles have mass, which means they have momentum, which means they're going to, like, collide, and they likely have more energy if they're traveling at the same velocity but a higher mass. That makes sense? So, yes, you can. You can, in fact, use cadmium zinc telluride radiation detectors for work in gamma ray astronomy. Are they there? They are not there. They are being developed still. Will they be developed in our lifetimes? Yes. I would be stunned if they weren't, or at least, like, reached somewhat commercial use. And I say that because the United States Naval Nuclear Lab is sending a cadmium zinc telluride radiation detector into space next year. I totally didn't just come back in the middle of this lecture. It's good practice. I hope it's, like, somewhat interesting given that this is what I do on a daily basis. And, like, my research involves studying these detectors under high flux environments. Unfortunately, I can't talk to you about, like, results I get or, like, what exactly it is I'm really doing beyond putting my detector in front of a linear accelerator and seeing what happens. I can't really talk to you about, like, the results that I get, just because they are, in fact, export-controlled and controlled information, so I do apologize, but I can't really say much more than that. But I can definitely talk to you about these kinds of detectors in the first place. I cannot help but nerd, and it's very cool research. Thank you. I agree. It is very cool research. I got $3.4 million to study it. I didn't. My advisor did, and I'm on the contract as the primary grad student doing this research, which is good. Confidential, at least. Yeah. It's not I don't need a security clearance for this, but if I want to at all continue work related to nuclear engineering and non-proliferation, I will need a clearance. So, I think that's a real possibility for me. Very real possibility. For those of you who have seen Oppenheimer, the movie, I will say that, like, there's a non-zero chance that I end up at Los Alamos for an extended period of time. So that's kind of cool. If you get to give a talk, that's not controlled. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, basically what it is like, I will be able to give a talk about this. It's just that I need to get it approved from the agency that funds me. And so I can't, like, just willy-nilly talk about it in terms of, like, results until they approve it. And once they approve it, then yeah, I can talk about results that are approved, by all means. But it's just, like, the stages beforehand, which make it kind of a nightmare to try and present at conferences, for example. Because I need to get my work approved, and then there's already, like, a 4-month lead time. So it becomes a 5-month lead time. When you don't need a clearance for nuclear warfare, but you need data protected in cybersec. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Data is ultimately, like, all the information you need. I mean, here's the thing. Data is really controlled because, like, it's much more about what the data can tell you. Because you can use a lot of data to learn a lot of things about a lot of people in a lot of places. For example, the quantity of particles that exhibit a certain energy when they radioactively decay can tell you if someone is doing nuclear testing or not. And you can figure this out strictly by doing a measurement. And this is pretty well known. In terms of, like, in my field, it's like nuclear non-proliferation, which I find really interesting and I enjoy and I want to do for my job, and it's going to be fun. It's a lot of work, a lot of thinking, but I don't mind because I come home and I stream and I turn my brain off. So yeah, speaking as a security clearance holder. Oh, you have a clearance. Nice. That's cool. And you do VTubing? If I assume the VT is VTuber? Maybe I'm wrong. If I am, please correct me. Yeah, that sounds awful. I love my grad research, but 0 chance of being scooped. Because nobody cares about models of archaeos, SM protein RNA, processing mechanisms. I am glad that you like that, because I am not a bio dude. I like my physics, and I like my nuclear engineering. I did enjoy rad bio, I will say that. Really enjoyed radiation biology, if only so I could, like, understand what it meant to get, like, huge doses of radiation. I'm gonna try this one more time. This is where the path is leading me, so I'd be stunned if it wasn't the way forward and I'm just failing to execute. There we go. I also hate biology, but I somehow got me into a pure biology lab. That's you. Okay, before we go any further, I need to take out my contacts. This will take 30 seconds, okay? I will be right back. Okay. I am back. You know how it is. Voltage, we can hear you. Stop farting. Yeah. I'll have you know I can actually read the chat while I'm away. So, why, yes, I agree that the Bohr model of the atom is perfect and completely describes the atomic structure. Maybe. Maybe not. Orbitals? All you need to use to calculate the K alpha energy of a photon emission is 10.2 times Z, the atomic number, minus 1 squared. That's all it is. 10.2 times parentheses Z minus 1 squared. Rydberg atoms. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's, you know, the Rydberg series, yeah. Because, like, that is, similar, obviously, to the Lyman series, but it's different. Photon emissions as there's, electrons departing from orbitals and whatnot. Good lord, I am a nerd. I mean, like, yeah, I am a nerd. What about it? Here's the thing, right? I acknowledge at this point in my life, like, I am a straight up fucking huge nerd. I've been streaming, playing video games, and I come home and I get excited about file sharing services, and then I listen to, like, a bunch of music. I'm really into JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown's new Scarin' the Hose. I think that's a really good album. You know, maybe you don't, but I really liked it. Like, yeah, it's good. But see, this pays me, you know? That's the big thing, is I get paid to be a nerd. And I'd rather be paid to be someone I am than someone I'm not, you know? I think that's really important. Oh, that is the jump I have to make, though. Probably, at least. Your nerdiness keeps us around. I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, like, I think a lot of things about me and my streaming are very, like, eccentric to me. Like, I would not watch some people stream, but, like, I support them. Like, I would watch my own streams. I find my own streams interesting. I'm not gonna be someone I'm not on stream. I am gonna be pretty much myself the whole time. I'm not gonna... Like, there are just certain things on stream that I just generally probably will never do. Like, I like being me, and I'm okay with being me on camera. I've not taken media training, but frankly, like, whatever. I will at some point, no doubt. What I think is, though, is that, like, I'm totally okay if I am on camera, on stream. I don't always do it, and right now, it's probably for the best because I look like junk because I just came home from the gym. But, like, you know, I mean, I will not be someone who's, like, a drama poster or whatever. I'm not gonna be someone who's, like, hopping on trends for the sake of trends a lot of the time, which, like, will not get me billions and billions of followers, which I'm okay with, honestly. I don't need to have billions and billions of followers. I just like having a small, generally well tight-knit group of people who find me interesting enough to, like, talk with me. Because honestly, I really, really value the talking and coordination and, like, chats with chat almost more than the gaming sometimes. Or, like, I like that it also, this affords me opportunities to do, like, voice acting with my friends, you know? Like, and that's not something that you just do all the time on Twitch. You don't see that all the time on Twitch. And, like, I think that that's fun, that I can find something that, like, I'm doing with my friends on a regular basis that, like, people like, you know? Again, it will not make me the next, whoever, insert popular streamer. It'll not make me, like, the next Vinny, Germa, what have you. But, like, that's okay, because they're them, I'm me. And I hope that, like, I can just cultivate an audience based on what I like to do. And that's great. Because, you know, in the grand scheme of things, there are a lot of people who try to be people who are not them. And I think that, as a streamer, authenticity is, like, the lasting power of being able to stream long-term. Because eventually, if you're put behind a camera for more than 3 hours at a time, guess what? You're gonna have some parts of yourself show up. And if you don't like that, you shouldn't stream. Oh, hello. And, like, I'm okay with being a bit of a nerd on stream. I'd rather be a nerd on stream than, like, anyone else. I'm not gonna get into political commentary. I hate these, like, will-o'-the-wisps. I don't like them. Nice. I do like the space, how it feels cramped. You know, I think that's cool. Although as PhD topics go, high energy physics is on the lower end of nerdiness. This is another stream I adore. He's got a PhD in viola performance from the 19th century. I think that takes the cakes among people I know. I mean, here's where I'm at. I do not know if I had gotten... You know, having a doctoral degree in a performance category is very impressive, and there will be opportunities for you no matter what. You know, like, at that point, what else can you do, you know? Like, besides play viola or teach viola. You've become an expert in viola, and, like, good on you, honestly. I'm sure there are, like, conservatories that would love to, like, have you on. I'm sure that there are music schools who would love to have you teach viola. I'm sure you could teach viola for the rest of your life, and if you really like doing that for the rest of your life, yeah, a doctoral degree, if you do even the research on it, too, and the composition, like, sheesh. That is nuts. I played violin for 8 years, and I don't see myself ever... Okay, here's the thing, right? I had to choose between symphony orchestra, the audition-based symphony orchestra class, or IBHL Physics 2, because both were only offered 8th hour during the day, and both were, like, courses that were relevant to me. But, like, you know, I had to pick one, and I think it should be obvious which one I chose in the grand scheme of things. Like, look, I can't say I ultimately regret my decision. I'm literally getting a doctoral degree in physics. Like, I don't think this is too much of a shock here. And if it is, well, surprise. But no. In high school, I had to choose between symphony orchestra and physics. And I took the physics course and I never looked back. And I haven't really taken any music courses since. I debated maybe getting like a MIDI keyboard and trying to learn how to play piano or something. But like, it's not really a high priority for me right now. And my creative interest is more in like writing anyway. Ooh, that's jarring. I also dropped out of orchestra class in 9th grade to take biology because the orchestra teacher threw chairs at students he didn't like. Wow. What are you in, Whiplash, but 9th grade? Honestly, I've had my fair share of music teachers that I did not gel with. And, like, some of them were alright teachers. I just, like, didn't like their teaching style. And I feel like, as an adult, and, like, someone who's learned from a lot of people in his life, like, there are definitely teachers I just don't gel with. And that's not an indictment on their teaching skills. It just means that their teaching style is not the one that I best resonate with. And there was, like, one teacher I had who, like, very, very good at playing and very, very, like, his teaching style was just not something I could ever see myself, like, believing in, you know? Is there anything? Why? Ugh. Big room. I'm just gonna assume that, like, I'm gonna take the path of simplest movement because, I think that's what the goal is, and I don't need to know the pro tricks and strats right now. So yeah, if you have a teacher that, like, you're not resonating with their teaching style, like, sometimes that happens, and it sucks, but what can you do except just, like, learn for only as long as you can? What? Oh, God. That was gnarly. This is around the part where I stopped. Interesting. Why'd you stop? You got 2 hours in and you were like, I'm good. I know what. I must annihilate. Okay, this is the room I just came from. Great. And this is the room I'm going to. Ah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm definitely getting a feel for the movement, like, so much more now. And it's way more fun to play as a result. I think that's the big thing with, like, 2024 me. I'm going to embrace the suck when it comes to, like, the first hour and a half of video games. And if I can't, like, get good at it, like, a platformer-wise, in, like, a certain period of time, then yeah, I will stop. But, like, this is fun. Honestly, the movement is really good. Like, this movement... I mean, like, you can just throw yourself all over the goddamn place. I mean, look at that. That, to me, is fun. Best teacher I had was in high school physics. Teacher, he was the perfect combination of extremely excited about the stuff he was teaching, along with being an amazing explainer. One question I remember was, when you see a problem that looks like a conservation problem, how should you tell it's either energy conservation or momentum conservation? Joke's on you, they're the same! In theory. They're not actually the same, but they're very similar. Just think of them both at the same time. Energy and momentum are very closely linked. Odds are, you could probably balance them all. Just do a momentum balance mostly, and then do your energy balance and your particle balance in case there's a particle conversion. Oh, it's a dude. Okay. I was about to say, like, what the hell is going on down there? What are those kids doing down there? What are them Tumperinos doing over there, huh? This is quite fun. I am going to recommend this game to my friends. You hear that, indie devs? I like a game, and I'll recommend it to my friends. I am trying to also play a lot more, like, itch.io games, and a lot more, like, neat little games that are at most an hour in length. You know, like games that are indie and fun. Oh no. Oh no. Bros, I think we're almost out of luck. I hate that flippin' monster so much. I love how seamless that feels. That feels so good to do. And it attacks too? Oh, sign me up. Watch this. Oh shit, I'm almost fucked. Oh no! Where do I go back to? Hopefully not too far. Oh no, I'm all the way back at the bottom of here. I hate these fucking fingers so much. Okay. Man, this game is really great. Like, I'm a big fan of movement platforming. Like, good movement goes a long way for me. I played Haiku the Robot recently, which is, a shameless Hollow Knight clone if there ever was one, and it's still phenomenal because it moves really, really well. Like, you can feel how good it feels to move in that game, and I would absurdly recommend it if you liked Hollow Knight. I still need to do F. You still need to F. Yeah. It's a fun game. Like, let's put it this way. I don't think you should feel bad if you haven't played it, because, again, it's fundamentally just more of the same, but what it is the same as is really good. Still need to play Hollow Knight? Oh, me too. Yeah, I haven't played Hollow Knight, which might surprise a lot of people, but it's true. It's one of those magical cases of, like, it's really hard to start a new game. That was my defeatist mindset that I am changing, because, wouldn't you know, Hollow Knight is, in fact, on my list of games. Goddamn, hit send. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, Hollow Knight is on my list. It's of, like, the randomizer, the VVV. And there's a very real chance that, like, I would stick with Hollow Knight, I think, if I played it on stream. I might also play it off stream, I don't know. That's, like, one of those rare cases where, like, you know, if I like a game on the Variety Vault list and I start it on stream, there's a chance I could play it off stream, and I know that's not normally what I do. Usually I like to keep the games that I start on stream so that, like, no one feels like they're missing out or whatever. Though I'm gonna be real, like, this is again like the, you know, I don't want to invoke the DSP, if you will. I don't want to invoke Darkside Phil, but, like, the way he has his, like, Darkside Phil tries it is not a horrible thing to, like, keep things fresh, at the very least. Do I like Darkside Phil? No. Do I think he's a good content creator? Not really. Do I think he's kind of pathetic? Yeah. Do I think about him more than, like, anything that I've just brought up right now? No. But I gotta say, like, the idea of, like, spending, like, making one thing where you also try games that, like, have been on your radar for a while or are suggested to you, like, that is not a bad idea. And I hate to admit it. It's like that picture of, like, heartbreaking. Your least favorite person is right. Or said something really meaningful. I mean, that's kind of how I feel here. Because I would absolutely make content like that. I mean, not like Darkside Phil, but, like, you know, the idea of, like, I want to try this thing, and I don't know what it is. Now, obviously, it's not going to be food. That's stupid. But, like, you know, it's another thing that I can try, especially to, like, broaden my horizon. I think that that's really important. Side note, I really like this layout of this level, where you have to, like, go around this tower-like space and look for switches. I think that that's really cool. It's a fun world puzzle. It's a good big room puzzle. It's also difficult because it's like there's no save points. I like this part. I like apples. We need to get higher yet. Alright, let's go back to the bottom. Let's make sure we didn't miss any on the bottom floor. Because if we did, boy, would that be embarrassing. I think it's a 3-tier structure, if I'm reading it right. Yeah. Yeah, I also need to do Pikmin. Like, I want to play the original Pikmin before I play Pikmin 4. I don't feel so inclined to play 2 or 3 before I play 4, but I definitely want to play the original to see, like, what the original vision is, and if they've brought it, like, if I feel like it's closer to, or if it's close to that, if that makes sense. I'm sort of realizing that you don't really need to play every game in order. You don't need to play every franchise in order. In fact, you probably shouldn't do that. Like, think about this, right? What if I told you that the Metroid series is one of my favorite series of video games of all time, but then I also said, start with Super Metroid, the third game. Like, under my thinking of, like, oh, I have to play every game in the series in order chronologically, I'd start with the original NES Metroid, and then I'd play Metroid 2 for the Game Boy, which both are, like, just really hard to play these days, on the basis of, like, convenience features, right? Like, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a gamer who could play all of these old NES games the way that they could, you know, like, back in the 80s. Like, I'm not gonna do that, you know? That doesn't sound like a good time to me. I'd much rather have, like, a lot of the convenience features of Metroid Zero Mission, for example. So, yeah, if you catch me playing Metroid NES, it is explicitly to capture footage. Like, I know for a fact that that's not a game I'm ever gonna beat. At least on my own. Okay, I was in here. Same story with Zelda. Exactly. Like, I could play Zelda 2. I don't really feel inclined to do so. I don't think that game really interests me beyond, like... Yeah, you know what? Actually, no. I will take that back. Zelda 2 does interest me on the basis... If I have, like, save states and rewinds, I would try Zelda 2 in, like, more depth than I had before. Because, admittedly, I did not really play Zelda 2 at all when I got it for the first time, or had the first means to play it. I would try Zelda 2, and then, like, I did that with Super Mario Bros. Advance, or Super Mario Bros. 2, and, like, I came to a very quick... Excuse me. A very quick conclusion that, like, I am not beating this game. I have no intention of beating this game. This game is not very fun, and I'm not really enjoying it. But I did, like, get through World 3, and at that point I was like, well, I tried it. I know that I don't want to beat it, so I don't need to. That, my friends, is the magic of gaming. If you don't want to beat it, you don't have to. Who's gonna tell you you have to? You? Some obelisk in the sky that's looking down upon you saying, oh, they did not beat Super Mario Bros. 2. They are not a real gamer. If people really feel that way, you don't want their opinion anyway. Their opinion shouldn't matter to you. Yeah. So yeah, definitely start with Super Metroid, or you can do what I did and play Metroid Fusion first, and then from there play Zero Mission and Super. And then Dread. Dread is excellent if you've played Fusion. I will say that. I won't say why, but if you've played Dread and Fusion, you know why. I haven't beaten Super Mario Bros. 2, lol. Yeah, me neither. And that's okay. I don't need to. I've played Super Mario Bros. 2, and that's really what matters to me. I've played it long enough that I have a good understanding of what the game is, what it's trying to be, what it's trying to do, and, like, I'm okay with that, you know? I played enough to know. I have beaten Super Mario Bros. 3, and I am pretty proud of that. I beat Super Mario Bros. 3 in high school. Well, I beat Super Mario Bros. Advance for Super Mario Bros. 3, which is, like, objectively a phenomenal remake. Where is this last switch? I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not trying to faff about. I just don't know where the last switch is. I did Zero Mission first, but I started Samus Returns. I have not played Samus Returns in extensive detail. I might. If I do, it's probably going to be with Citra. Because No, I have played a little bit of Metroid Fusion, or Samus Returns, excuse me. And I played it long enough to know that it hurt my hands. Okay, I have explored everywhere. Where is this last switch? Yeah, because I definitely cannot reach that spot still. It's still a little too high. I'm gonna have to start looking on ceilings or something. Yeah. I got stuck in Samus Returns when I played it a year ago after round launch. Yeah. I have played a little bit of AM2R, and I like the way the AM2R feels. Another Metroid 2 remake, for those of you who don't know what that is. And a really good one. It got DMCA'd about 6 months before Nintendo announced Samus Returns. The remake of that one, so, like, I get why. AM2R is pretty good. I like it. I think it plays very smoothly. I think it plays very solidly. If that team had been put in charge of the remake of Metroid 2, I think I would have been okay with that. I mean, Mercury's team is incredible with Dread. They did a phenomenal job with Dread. Excuse me. Mercury's team did a phenomenal job with Metroid Dread. That's what I mean. And I hope that if you haven't played Dread, you play Dread. Because Dread is an objectively fantastic game. On all fronts. Okay. Then in here. AM2 are still being updated by the community. It's what's on the internet stays on the internet. Yeah, if it's bored on the internet, it can never truly die. Like that zoom-outable Link's Awakening remake, which like is the best way to do it. You shadow drop it and then you just go. I have not acquired it because I wanted to avoid any potential chances it's malware. It doesn't seem like it's malware. So, maybe I'll get it, but I held off. Okay, where is this switch? This is honestly ridiculous. Like, I can't jump. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. I am so sorry. So sorry, everyone. I didn't mean to do that. Someone clip that. I cannot believe. I remember Mario Battle Royale. I never played it. Yeah, I never played the 99 Mario race either. I played Tetris 99, and I played a lot of Tetris 99 because I liked it. And, like, that was good. I beat it, and now I really don't need to prove myself. So, I don't plan to. You know? I did it back when, like, it was easier to get a Tetris 99. But, like, I still did it multiple times on a regular basis. Oh, finally. Ascendant Light. Attack enemies and bounce off them. In addition, you're even in the darkest of places. Oh, we're bright now. Thank God. Gosh bless. Oh, yep. Okay. I see it. Okay. They were like, what if we made Hollow Knight into a 3D platformer? What if we just did that? What if we made Hollow Knight's parry jump mechanics? Just like, do that. Jesus, I liked Mario 35. Fuck. Do I have to cycle back? I have to cycle back, don't I? I really like Mario 35 because of part of Mario's 35th anniversary. They want it to be limited. Yeah, I think that's fair. That is a fair statement, and I agree. I like that room a lot. It looks like Swift Observatory uses a cadmium zinc Telluride radiation detector as its primary gamma ray. Yeah, makes sense. It is a very good radiation detector. And an imaging to boot. Yeah, cadmium zinc Telluride 3D CCT is an imaging detector as much as it is a spectroscopy detector. That's what makes it really, really good. For those of you who don't study that like I do, let me explain that. Basically, there are two different types of radiation detector you might use. One is an imaging detector, which allows you to sort of image the radiation source, right? It allows you to make like a heat map, for example. The other is spectroscopy, and spectroscopy works by, it allows you to determine the energy of the radiation that is sort of present, which means like, you know, if you want to identify the material, each material often decays radioactively with a certain energy, for example. So, if you know the energy of what's decaying, or what the gamma rays are that are present, you can determine what the material is. And so oftentimes you'll have to choose one or the other, either an imaging detector or a spectroscopy detector. And cadmium zinc telluride allows you to do both at the same time at room temperature. It is kind of a miracle in terms of radiation detection that this material not only exists, but can be grown in such large quantities that we can use it in like regular applications. It's really cool. And that's what I work on. Nice. I think I'm just gonna have to sort of accept the jank on that a little bit. It's okay, though. Oh. This room. I knew that we were gonna get one of these. Oh my god. I feel like a god doing that. I saw a video where someone played Portal 1 and Portal 2 at the same time with the blue and orange portals. Oh my god. That seems devilish. I'm gonna climb this later. What is this? What could be in here? Oh. Alright, like 2-game, 1-controller type run? That seems like it. Yeah. I have only played a little bit of Portal in general. I know that seems like a gamer sin, but it's true. Portal was the game that made me realize that, like, I am very bad at first-person 3D games. Like, I've got dizzy and not very, like, I was not having much fun playing it, which is really a shame because, like, Portal is a good game. It is a gamer sin. Minus 10 gamer points, also 2 nerd points. It's not that I haven't played it. It's just that I haven't beaten it because, like, I was like, oh. I was a motion-sick teenager. Okay, minus 6 gamer points. I don't care. My gamer points could be at 0. It wouldn't bother me. I've played a game you've never played before, I bet. And I might consider that a gaming sin. Have you played... What's a game I've played? Oh, fuck me. Every time it's the same spot. I've played Kaizo Mario. Have you played Kaizo Mario? I haven't beaten Kaizo Mario, but I've played multiple Super Mario World ROM hacks. I was big in the Mario ROM hacking scene. No, that's a lie. I mean to say that in, like, I was enthusiastic about them. Okay, here we go. Why am I sliding on that? Negative. Haven't played any NES, SNES, or N64 Mario platformers. Ah, well then I guess, look who also lost, like, 10 gamer points a pop. Okay. That was what I was supposed to do. Ooh, good save. Gamer points are not impressive. You know what? That's okay. Like, the biggest gamer points owners I know are also people who are, like, in their 50s, you know? Like, they're in their 40s and 50s and are still gaming. I venture to say that, like, I will not be a truly enlightened gamer until I am, like, in my 60s. You know? Because by then, I'll know. What was the point of this way? What was the point of that? Alright, well, I might die, so I should probably hit the thing and heal or something. Where is this? I have not been in here. No, I have. I have been in here. Yes, okay. Yeah, I won't be an enlightened gamer until I'm like 60. Yeah, I have been gaming for 16 years of my life, but like... You know? I haven't really challenged myself. I think you gotta challenge yourself a little bit. That goes down. Okay. Let's see if I can get up. Alright, cool. Just enough. I just had to mash. That's literally all I did. Ooh, we're back out of the hole. This is such a bizarre space. I kind of really dig it. Oh, light. Dilapidated dungeon. Hey, this is where I started. What is that noise? Oh, it was a stalag... Is it stalagmite? Or a stalagmite? At least I do know how to progress in some dead ends now. Which is good. Means I'm coming back around. Interesting lighting. Okay, too far. I remember when I saw Mario in San Andreas mod, which uses lib64. Yeah, I remember seeing that too. That was so funny. Like, I saw that fairly, you know, a little bit ago, but like, I found it really funny when I saw it for the first time. It's like, what's he doing there? He's not supposed to be there. It's always really funny when that happens. Twilight Theater. Oh, man. I really still really dig this, though. This is really fun. I would seriously recommend, if you have the opportunity, chat, to play this game, you should really play it. I know some of you have, like, stopped playing it. I would encourage you to, pick it back up again. It's kind of fun. If you it's good so long as you have more than a half hour to play it, I think is the best way to describe it. What is lib64? It's a place where you put the 8.6 library files. I don't know exactly. I think it's a ROM hacking tool of some degree. I don't know the exact details of it, though. Aw, we're back to Sansa Keep. I was having fun listening to the Twilight Theater music. Nice. Oh, I know where we are. I think I know, at least. If this is all just one big castle, like, it's kind of cool that we went to the bottom and then are in the top again. Lib SM64, but it's a DLL that people can try to implement for mods of putting Mario from Mario 64 into the moveset into this game. Different game. That's good. Right. I know what we can do now. Chat, do you see what I'm thinking? Yeah. Nice work. I wonder if I have to hit it twice. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. That is superb and gross all at the same time. This is not going to be easy. I don't think I can make that, can I? Okay. Wonder if I just, like, try and diagonal it. No, definitely can't do that. We're good, though. Okay. You can pound onto the things. Oh, yeah, you totally can, can't you? Well, not like that. This is... I really hope this is only for a piece of heart, because this is really hard. Oh, can you pound onto the things? I think so, but I don't have a good enough 3D precision to do it well, I think is going to be the problem. You can't... Okay, so you can, but you just fall right through. Okay. I can do that pretty consistently. Yeah, because I don't see any other ways to do this jump, you know? Never tried that, so I didn't know. Well, hopefully that, informed ya. Okay, there has to be... Okay. I'm gonna launch... Yeah, because if I had just a little bit more altitude, I would absolutely be able to make that jump. Let me try it here again real fast. Fuck. I'm just mashing. Flip, dude. I wonder what skips you could do. There was once this thing that was like at least kind of a skip. I wonder that too. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that later because it feels like I still am missing a skill. Which is really frustrating, but like... I just don't see how I'm supposed to do that. Without being just good at the game, you know? I'm gonna assume that the game thinks I'm bad at the game. That I did mean. I wonder what skips you could do. Yeah, I'm curious to see for sure. I think that there are definitely, like, a lot of opportunities for skips. And I would love to, like, see them. I also just don't want to spoil myself too hard, you know? Boy, golly, go to bed, MM Trebuchet. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate ya. Hit the hay, go to bed, do all that things you do when you're tired. I too will, in time, do something similar. Okay. I gotta climb up this stuff again, I think. Maybe give myself some new perspective or something. Oh, I can totally climb those. Hold up. What? You can definitely do something with that, no doubt. I just don't know what, but I know you probably can. Oh, wait, hold up. That owned. Hold up. Whatever, I'll take you out. Easy enough. Didn't know you could knock those back or even bounce them. Yeah, that's really cool. Got a major key. Interesting. You could definitely do something with that. You can definitely do something with every single enemy that attacks you. Do I know what they are? No. But I'm sure you can figure out something. That's gotta be what half of the movement in the speedrun is. Oops. I like Empty Bailey, it's cool. Music's good too. So I wonder what would happen. Oh, yes! Oh, yes! This game is awesome. I don't think this is gonna do anything for me, but that still owns. So what happened just there, that just was really awesome, was the fact that I basically... Oh, I found a little secret. I'm not here. Basically what happened is, my thinking process was, if I can bounce off these spheres of electricity, and I can bounce off other enemies, what if I hit the sword at its apex? So I was sort of staring at it and waiting for it and watching and biding my time. And then, once you know, it allowed me to just get really high. So no doubt that, like, that is used in some sort of speedrun in some capacity. There's no doubt in my mind that that's used for a speedrun bit. I know they just ran a speedrun of this at GDQ. Which might be of interest to some. They will play it faster than I am, that's for sure. Alright, so that did not work. Let's send it all the way back to the bottom. This is in GDQ already? Damn, people are quit. Been really dope watching the last couple days. Yeah, they're already doing that. It's pretty crazy. Also, hi, is it NixX or NinxX? Hope you're well. Hope you're well on this lovely Thursday evening. I am playing this for the first time myself, so I'm learning and figuring it out as I go. So, good. I don't remember how long this game is on how long to beat. Honestly, the other thing too, I'm trying not to rely on that too much when I start a game, you know? You had it the second time, ignored the X. Ninx. Ninx, yeah, awesome, great, well, welcome, hope you're well. Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't watched much GDQ lately just because, like, lately it's felt a little less interesting to me. I don't know, I haven't been compelled to watch as much. I still make a donation every year just because, you know, it's like the thing to do. It's the right thing to do, in fact. But it's, the content of it itself is not, like, terribly interesting to me anymore, which is fine. Like, I don't need to watch speedruns to donate to charity. I think that's a thing. And that does not make me morally superior to you in any way. If you want to donate $300 to prevent cancer because you want to see them save the animals, well, guess what? You've also donated $300 to prevent cancer. Like, it's fine with me. It's just like, I don't want to watch it much these days. Just a me thing, I guess. I've been popping in and out whenever I see a game I like, but you're absolutely right. At least you're still donating. Yeah, I mean, like, again, I don't want to put any onus on people for not donating. I think, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's a good thing to do. I just don't really care to watch it much these days, and that's fine with me, and I still donate, so I don't feel too bad about not watching, you know? Yeah. Be really interested in this title, just love games with fluid movement. Yeah, it just feels great to play. Like, honestly, I think that's one really net positive that this game has, is like, look at that momentum. I mean, like, look, like, it feels like Mario Odyssey, I think is the best way to say it. It feels very akin to Mario Odyssey. Which is a high compliment, because Mario Odyssey's movement is probably my favorite Mario movement. Speaking as someone who started with Galaxy, which had no movement. And, like, I didn't grow up with 64's movement, so I'm not as good at it. Tower remains. This is neat. Oh, this is cool. Sometimes I like going out of walking speed and taking it all in. A tower holding the essence of the princess, never to be seen again. But with the 3 powers of the sun, one can find their own path. Okay, so this is probably the last area in the game. Still very cool. I'm sure we'll be back at some point. My first 3D Mario was the 64DS. Yeah, that was also one of my first ones. Which, again, makes me realize, like, you know, I grew up on a console... Or, let me rephrase that. I grew up on a version of a game on a console that was not the primary one, that most people did not play. And so when people talk about how Mario 64 feels, and they're talking about the original one, like, I realized... Oh crap, I have no context for what they're talking about. And, like, obviously I've been able to since adapt and, like, you know, I've played the original Mario 64 and beaten it and understand what they mean, but, like, I haven't, or when growing up, I hadn't known that. So it's different. Okay, I'm gonna attempt that challenge again because, like, I think that's what I have to do. That's where the game's led me. Which is weird, but, like, I'll try it. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's good. Next we do a long jump. I prefer the original. I can't go back to 64DS without movement issues. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would love it if they remade Mario 64 DS with, like, its new stuff. Because, like, I feel like the new stuff is, like, almost all positive additions. Like, I can't really think of a net negative that 64DS brought, you know? Okay, so yeah, I can't do it that way. Okay, there we go. That's one. Let's line it up and then turn. Let's figure this out. Not quite. Okay. I don't care if I'd prefer the original if that happened, but like it's that. I played the original. I mean, here's where I'm at. Okay, that's not... I think the original is a very good game. It is not my favorite Mario game by any stretch. My favorite Mario game is probably Super Mario Bros. 3. But Super Mario 64 is like a good game. I did not grow up with the controls, and I have not spent like a lot of my youth learning them. Instead, I was more playing Super Mario 64 DS. So when people say like, oh, Super Mario 64 feels really good to play, I don't necessarily agree with it because a lot of the time I was having trouble positioning Mario in such a way where I was actually able to do anything. But like, I acknowledge that like, that is me just talking about weird shit, you know what I mean? So... okay, I definitely cannot make that jump. Unless I were, like, can I roll and do stuff like this? No. Okay, no, I definitely cannot. Damn it. Okay. I don't know what to do. That is a tricky conundrum, folks. Yeah, like... okay, so if this isn't where they want me to go... where do I go then? I'm almost inclined to look up a walkthrough, but I'm not going to. Because I'm sure I can find at least something. And if I can't, then that's... I wouldn't call it an indictment, but it's definitely like a... really? Oh, that's a dude. You can't touch me, I'm above you. Oh, so good. So good! Okay, so I've done a loop. Hold up. I think I can make that jump somehow. If I take a leap to that crease, I bet I can make it. Nope, never mind. What is the deal with this? Just a set piece? I mean, that's fine with me. But, I don't know where to go at this point. I think I've gotten a little off the beaten path? Oh, I do remember that I was like, oh, I'll need to break this at some point. But I don't think that was... necessarily where I was to go. I mean, let's look. Let's see. Oh, I have not been here. Disappears after use. Okay, so yeah, there was definitely like another path I just straight up didn't go down at all. So I suppose this is then that way, isn't it? Yeah, I guess the game is like, okay, you explored one way enough. Now go somewhere else for a while. Come back here when you're bored. think there's probably a new move you can access somewhere. Yeah. We can sit! We're sitting. And it recovered our health. Oh, this is where I came from. Like in the very starting parts of the game. And I didn't go clockwise. Let's go this way. Oh yes, this room. Of course. How could I forget? Let's do stuff in it now that we have more goods. Whatever we can do, at least. Wait. Oh, yes. You can totally damage boost. I gotta remember, though, that these bubbles don't send you, like, upward anywhere. You cannot have upward momentum with these things. Which is fine. Like, I'm not complaining about that. And I've definitely been around here. Which is fine. I just need to find where I'm supposed to be next. I don't think I've been in that bubble. No, wait, I totally have. I was like, whoa, I could totally do this thing. Not an indictment. And I have been in this room. Okay, I gotta figure out where the hell I am and where I'm going, because this is a little ridiculous. I mean, I know where I am. I just need to figure out where I'm to go next. I'm confident that I will find it at some point. I'm just like a little off the beaten path. You're telling me I really can't do anything in this room? Damn, really? Oh, that's too bad. This feels like a room I should be able to do something in, you know? Alas. Let's get on the roof. I'm on the roof! Alright. What do you have to say, little goat child? That's right, afternoon tea. Alright. We've been going for like 3 hours basically, and I am getting tired and I'm getting lost. So I feel that the best mode of action in this point is, in fact, to wrap upstream here and send you all somewhere else. I don't like that it pauses the music while I'm done, but I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, Schnikes! Oh, boy. Oh, Nix! Thank you, sorry. Thank you so much for the follow. Have a good one, brother. Yeah, you too. I'm gonna send some people off on a raid, and it's gonna be good. We're gonna raid, we're gonna raid Jake Wocaine. We're gonna raid Jake Wocaine. What's the raid message gonna be? Shoot, I don't know. I don't know what the raid message is gonna be. Just say, whoa! Yeah, just go, Whoa! And then just go, whoa. That'll be good. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you all. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. We'll see you next week for plenty more games. Until then, bye.